I will say that Anthony Velasquez caused a little bit of a storm. If you read that article, and it's in the online version of the Times, and maybe it'll be in tomorrow's paper edition, but on him advocating for the public to consider changing the form of government. It's not that he isn't a nice guy. It's nothing to do with him. And it's just a question of having somebody people feel more directly connected with as far as getting things done and all of that. Right now, the downside in the current system is you get elected, even if you've got an agenda or a platform, if you will. It's hard to implement it because you're really going up against the deep state when you get in there. So, if the manager changed every time the mayor changed or something like that, maybe, but we're going to do that system. But I don't know. Different views on it. Some people, they don't want the politicians. They call them the politicians. They don't want them. But then those are the same people who talk about our democracy's on the line. You want democracy or you don't. We got a governor. We don't have a state manager. We got a president. We don't have a country manager. So there's a lot of bureaucrats, probably too many, but that's the other argument is the public can't be trusted with these decisions, and we don't want elected officials making decent money. I always laughed. They used to carry on when I was in office. You shouldn't get any medical benefits and all that. And the 1 day a week part-time judge gets full benefits, everything. Oh, that's different. He's a Republican. Oh, I get it. So, a lot of these things are situational and just rivalries and jealousies or something. If someone gets elected, they should have the job. It's that simple. That's simple. And I think the same thing should go at the county level. There should be a county executive. I know you're going to say, well, there's nobody in Jefferson County smart enough to do it. Oh, my God. Talk about insulting your constituents. And plus, those Board of Legislators, they like their little meetings on Tuesdays over at Pete's. They like to feel they're in charge. They don't want to give up any of that. But it really isn't. You still have a legislative branch and an executive branch. That's all it is. Just like a state or federal government. Most cities are like that, So anyway, he suggests, I doubt it would ever get to a ballot, but 20 years ago, if you had brought that up, you would have been beaten into a pulp by the newspaper. But they don't do editorials anymore, and, there's not that kind of juice in the media to go after somebody. So could you get it to a referendum? It'd be pretty difficult. Look at the hemming and hawing over that cannabis vote. Oof. They made that more difficult than it was. Mm-hmm.